Alrighty guys, thanks for tuning in to today's episode. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and New Year. As 2022 is coming to an end, I want to go ahead and recap some of the things we got into because 2022 was a pretty wild year.
My first hog ever.
Beautiful bird.
I got one. Oh, what's a big fish?
This is my first buck ever with my bow. So to start the year off, we went boar hunting in February down in southern West Virginia on an active strip mine. And we sort of came up with a game plan. We were going to walk the ridges and glass down in the hollers to see if we could see anything. And sure enough, we got to the end of our first ridge and we glassed down onto this big flat. And there was a boar feeding its way down into the holler. So we were about 400 yards away and we had to make a pretty quick move on it, which was about 200 yards or so, and we got set up, and sure enough, it popped out from underneath the hill, and I took a shot on it.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So if you want to watch the full story, I'll leave a card right here up in the right corner, and you guys can go watch the full video. But anyway, I'll summarize it real quick. Another boar popped out. My dad shot it, ran down the holler. I went after it, and then it charged me, which was pretty crazy. But fast forward to April, it was actually Easter morning. Dad and I were turkey hunting on Youth Day, and I was trying to get my first gobbler ever. And we got in there a little late because the sun was already starting to come up, and the gobblers were already off their roost, and they were thundering down in the hollers and stuff. But we got set up along an old barn, and my dad started calling, and within 15 minutes, 3 gobblers popped up over the hill, and they came charging in after our decoys, and they got about 35 yards away, and I absolutely smoked one.
Ready.
So right after turkey season, we took our annual family vacation to Florida for 2 weeks. And while we were there, we rented a boat. So we fished every day we were there, which was a lot of fun. We caught a bunch of snapper and trout. And we even went offshore and caught a few fish, which was really fun. But after we got back, we immediately started prepping for deer season. We threw out trail cameras in West Virginia, Kentucky, and Ohio. And over in Ohio, we got 2 really nice bucks on camera. One we named Big Boy. He was a big 8-point with split G2s on both sides. And the other one was just a mainframe 8 who had a lot of mass, and he was pretty tall. And immediately the first weekend of season, we went in there, and both of them came out. And the big 8 actually got in range, and I took a shot at him. So whenever the big 8 came in and I took a shot at him, the camera, for whatever reason, turned on like a low light mode or something, which made the frames per second really slow, and the footage was really laggy, and so we weren't able to see where the arrow went whenever I shot. And so we got out of the blind and looked for blood, and we didn't find anything. We even drove around in both of the fields looking for him, and we couldn't find him. So we figured it was a clean miss. And again, I'll put a card up here so you guys can go up and watch the full video. It's pretty awesome. So October rolls around, and West Virginia actually has a 2-day youth season for does. So I decided to take my bow with me because I wanted to shoot a doe with my bow. And we had a group of 3 come through pretty early, but there were 2 big ones and a little one. And I wasn't sure which one was the mama, so I didn't shoot either of those. And of course, I wouldn't shoot a small yearling. So we waited throughout the evening, and then another group of does came through, and I picked one out, and I was getting ready to shoot it. And then all of a sudden, all the does spooked off. And then I look over to my right, and a buck popped out. And he circled around a little bit. And then I was like, Dad, I want to shoot this buck. Because I've never shot a buck with my bow before. Until this one came in, and sure enough, he finally stopped and started feeding, and I absolutely smoked it right through both the lungs, about an inch and a half behind the shoulder blade. It was pretty awesome. There he goes. Guys, this is my first buck ever with my bow. It's definitely not my biggest, but he does have this pretty cool hook coming off the back right here. So that's 9 scoreable points. I'm super pumped right now. I think this is the exit wound. So he was quartering toward me just slightly. But we're gonna get this guy cleaned up, and we're gonna take him down to Milam's Custom Meats and donate him to the Hunters Helping the Hungry program. So as you can see, Ramcat made a devastating wound. There was consistent blood all the way down until he died. So I'm super pumped and super excited. Definitely gonna remember this for the rest of my life. So let's go ahead and get him out of here and get him cleaned up. So in late October, we actually stopped getting pictures of Big Boy and the Big 8. And so we think they either got shot or they moved to a different area for the rut, because sometimes that happens. But even though they disappeared, we still hunted that same farm and they never showed back up. And so heading into the West Virginia gun season, which is the week of Thanksgiving, we hunted, I think, 4 days that week, and we were absolutely covered up in bucks. I mean, every single day we saw like 2 or 3 of them, but none of them were big and mature. And then the weekend after those days that we hunted, the big 9-point that we were going after got hit on the road, and so that was pretty tough for us, because we've watched him for a few years grow up into this absolutely monster buck. I mean, we think he was in the 160s range, because he was absolutely huge. He had a lot of mass. But we definitely did have a really successful West Virginia gun season, because we saw all kinds of stuff. Even though I didn't shoot one, we still saw a lot, and it was a lot of fun with me and my dad to get out and hunt. So headed into December, Dad and I are still hunting pretty hard in Ohio. We tried a bunch of different farms, but we just never had any luck. So at the end of the month, West Virginia has a big doe season, which is always a lot of fun, because we have this one farm where there's always a bunch of does. And so on the 26th and the 27th, it's a youth day only, so you can kill one each day and it doesn't count toward your limit. And then the 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st is a regular doe season. So Dad and I will actually try to double up on the 28th, which is a lot of fun. But this year was a little different, because my mom was really wanting to shoot her first deer, and so we took her out on the 28th, and she actually got a really good opportunity. Alrighty guys, so today is the opening day of the regular doe season. Today we've brought the whole family, so me, Dad, Mom, and my sister Jillian. So we're gonna go hop in the blind and sit this evening, and Mom's gonna try to get her first doe. So stay tuned, guys. So we just got settled in the blind, and we got Mom all set up, ready to go. She's gonna be using my Savage 308, paired up with the Vortex Viper scope. it'll be a great setup. We're gonna be using the reduced recoil shells so it doesn't kick as much. And I'm hoping one comes out pretty soon, so we'll pick you guys up if we see anything. So we've been here for about an hour and we haven't seen anything, but just a little bit ago we heard a doe blow about 100 yards behind us. So that should be a good sign that they're out moving a little bit, but we're hoping that one comes in pretty soon. Bleeding good. It's going down. It just went down. It just went down. Yeah, look, it's right out there. Oh my god. That's it. Yeah. You got it. Oh my gosh. Literally as soon as I put the camera down after I gave you guys an update, a really nice doe stepped out of the corner and it came right in as it was supposed to. And Mom absolutely put the smack down on it. It ran maybe 75 yards and fell over. Are you excited? That's her first deer ever, so now I'm up and we'll try to shoot another one and see if we can double up. Alrighty guys, so it hasn't even been an hour later yet, and a nice 8-point stepped out of the corner, and we were watching him a little bit, and then toward the middle of the field, a nice doe came out, and it was about 115 yards away, and I dropped it. So me and Mom doled up today. We just got out of the blind, so we're gonna go ahead and head over and check them out. You ready, Mom? All right. There it is.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's a really good doe.
Big body doe, huh?
Yeah. Great job, Mom.
Thanks, Bub. Couldn't do it without you.
Here, you can ollie the gun like that. Then just pick her up by the ears.
Keep it down. Like,
Yep.
Still, ooh,
You're good.
bubble. Like this.
Yep, there you go. Mom's first deer. I mean, mine was, I don't know, 15 yards away.
That's awesome.
uh,
First time hunting?
yeah, this is Mom's first hunt. She went with us a couple years ago, but I was on the gun. But this was the first time that she was able to shoot one. And But Doe walked out and presented a perfect opportunity, and she made an excellent shot. Right through both the shoulders. So, Dad and Jillian are coming pretty soon, so we'll get them both together and we'll get a picture together. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, guys, here they are. I drug mine over here to where Mom's was. It wasn't very far away, but Mom's came out. She made an excellent shot through both the shoulders. Then mine popped out of the edge of the field. And I shot mine, and mine dropped. So this is definitely a moment that Mom and I won't forget for the rest of our lives, for sure. But, we're gonna head down to Milam's Custom Meats and drop them off, so stay tuned, guys. So looking back at everything we got into this year, I definitely feel like this was my most successful hunting season ever. I got my first wild boar, I got my first turkey, I got my first buck with my bow, Dad shot his biggest buck ever, and my mom shot her first deer ever, which was a really awesome experience for the whole family. And I'm super thankful for that. And another milestone that we hit was 160 subscribers. And I know that might not sound like a lot, but I'm super thankful that you guys have been very supportive. And I'm going to try to keep creating content for you guys. So that's all I've got. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you guys next time.